Day 2356. Boy, we are still here. uh, yeah, this was explosive movement from gold last week, right at FOMC. I don't know if it was FOMC or Trump or it was Powell. Powell was saying something. Powell had some shit to get off his chest, bro. And the market just exploded. Let's see how next week goes. Next week should be a relatively chilled week. Yeah, like there might be some good directional moves, but expect a lot of choppiness. Or I'm expecting a lot of choppiness. Why? Because most of this is orange folder news. It's not red folder. We have red folder on Thursday and Friday. Otherwise, between now and Wednesday, it doesn't seem like anything of significance is gonna happen. But what do I know? Could just something could just happen somewhere that causes the entire market to change. And then let's start with review. JPY. It's not exactly because this is Monday, right? Oh, this is Monday. Monday went higher. Okay, so this is what I predicted, and then this is what actually happened. I'm just gonna use the closes of the candle. Okay, well, the openings of the candles then. This is pretty much what happened. It's colorless, different colors, so you guys can see it like that. Essentially, that's what happened last week on JP225. I was expecting an entirely bearish week from Monday straight down into Friday, closing in this PD right here, this daily and weekly fair value gap overlap. Did not happen. And if you want to give me points for picking a bearish week, sure. Like seeing that this week is going to be bearish, sure, but if you're talking about exact entry points, exit points, or like how the candles played out, yeah, I'm not there yet. This is what I had in mind for gold, that we're gonna push up and then come back lower. Why? Because we had a sweep of liquidity here, order block plus fair value gap, and then price retraced into the lower fair value gap, went into the high fair value gap. We're still consolidating blood. Also, this isn't based on my analysis now, the way I look at charts now. Technically, these fair value gaps shouldn't even be marked. Why? Because they didn't break any swing lows. They did on the lower time frames. I'm talking about this time frame that I'm looking at right now. We didn't break a swing high because this high is higher than that. This is what level is this at? 33402, 33406. Barely, but still counts. So just quick taking these off the charts because I'm not going to be using them. I can, however, use this down close candle as an order block of some sort. Part of me is tempted to mark out this like one candle. I'll show you what I mean. Part of me is tempted to mark this out as a PD area and then just be like, oh my god, this is something that ICT never mentioned. Like, fuck off, dude. Use the shit that everybody else is using, make money off that before you start like fucking trying to create new shit. Anyway, so this is, yeah, we'll get back to this. And euro dollar, see how similar they are, but not exactly. Might burn you. So euro dollar, I figured we were gonna retrace into these order blocks here and push higher, but we retrace lower into this breaker. Yeah, I got it now. Lower low is breaker, or higher high is breaker, then lower high. This would be mitigation block. Where is it? Here. This would be mitigation block, not a breaker. Yeah. Okay, so number 3, down then up. Kind of like, yeah, you can see it's not exactly what happens, but I guess I'm okay on direction. Okay, this is JP225. I don't see anything new on the monthly chart, weekly chart. This week closed within the previous week's range. After sweeping buy side, could be forming a swing high. If it is forming a swing high, then expect to see retracement into this fair value gap here. That's still my bias on this pair. It is bearish to see lower prices as we head towards this weekly fair value gap. And you may have noticed that I haven't done too many drawings because there hasn't been much that's changed on these charts, to be honest. Like, if I go up to the weekly, like, there's nothing new. There's nothing new, bro. So this now becomes invalid. This is an order block. Why? Because we struck liquidity before doing this, forming this candle. So we can extend this on to next week. Here we had a close below this midpoint, so I'm taking it as this fair value gap's invalid now. All of a sudden it starts to make sense. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I see right now. Can extend this into next week also. Probably see some consolidation this week. So what do I see next week? Probably something like this. This is what I'm seeing next week. I'm still bearish on this pair, by the way. So, oh, wrong button. Maybe right button. See if I can just play this on Twitter straight away. I just realized that I should post the link on Twitter right now. So that's what I'm gonna do shortly. Like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Not even shortly, right now. That's what I'm doing. Also, I get it, man. Like, the thing about trading is it becomes very frustrating at some point when you have literally everything that you need to succeed, but somehow can't make it work. Sort of like the Man United game I was watching today. You know, like new Carrington, new players, manager, fans that support you, um, like pros and everything backing you to go forth, and then it just doesn't click, maybe. Right? Like it just hasn't clicked at some point that this is how, like it's gonna work out for me. And then there's also the thing of people wanting to see, I guess, people wanting to see like I started from the bottom story. To be honest, my friend, to me, I started somewhere in the middle. So I want to relate, but I can't relate to the started from the bottom series. Okay, so yeah, day 24. Today's 24. Today's 24. Today's 24. Okay, so I haven't broken the chain yet, nor do I plan to, but you never know how that goes. Okay. Most YouTube creators, I see they make something very polished, which uh, once, like, they've done all the edits and stuff. To me, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm just like, look, guys, I just need to get this done as soon as I possibly can. Do it, see, like, what, quick and dirty? Is that the right word? Quick and dirty, I guess. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's add that screenshots. There's my screenshots. My screenshots has been added. Okay, let's move on to another chart. Gold is still in consolidation. Has been. That move on Friday was mad. I think it was something like 500 pips. It's pretty much this entire. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say entire month's range, but maybe not. If you look at it on the weekly, we haven't gone anywhere significant, to be honest. Like, the market will do that to you. It'll throw you off, make you think like you're completely wrong or have no idea what it is that you're doing with movements like the one we had on Friday. But to be honest, like, it's barely done anything, especially if you compare it to like this week, or like maybe it's a bit more than this week. This week itself was a larger week than this, but man, I'm still a little bit upset about not profiting off that move. Let's put it that way. So I start the monthly, yeah, the monthly still in consolidation, weekly's in consolidation. So daily is kind of where you start framing your trades right now. Extend this into the near future. And this also. And for next week, what do I see? I see a pullback into here. Because did we sweep liquidity? We swept liquidity over here. Went below it, and now wrong. Yeah. She is going for that order block after trading into this one and rejecting it so spectacularly on the Friday. How many pips was this? Week, like 600 pips. 500 of them coming in one day. Mad. Okay. Screenshot, yeah? That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'm gonna edit it today. Like, this would be a lot cooler if it was like super interactive and I could see people chatting with me and asking me stuff, but here we are, building an audience, or at least making content. Okay, so monthly chart. Kind of retrace this entire candles range. Think we're gonna get to high? I don't know. long-term play still heading into here. See this weekly PDRA still active somehow. We traced to the midpoint and then pushed higher from it. My target is still this buy side liquidity. Okay, now that this week's shown strong rejection to the downside, like this week showed super strong rejection. This week also showed strong rejection. This week recently ended week. Just remember, this is a protected high because we have this swing to the left, swing to the right of it. So there is the possibility that we may not or there could be some what's they say, manual intervention to keep this pushing lower. I don't know, but very well could be heading into this 1.2 area in the upcoming weeks, and then we'll see how things go from there. So on the daily chart, daily chart tells me that I should keep this over here because that's where we close below it. Regardless, this is a new sell side on the daily, low of the last 20 days. Buy sides over here. We've made some decent progress heading towards it. Okay, so what I do see is very similar to gold. Price retracing and then pushing higher. To that buy side liquidity. Why? Because yeah, we respected this PDRAs here. These two PDRAs. If you don't see this, I think it's a breaker. I don't know, man. You guys ICT, like I am an ICT student, but you guys are just gonna have to forgive me for getting some of these things wrong. Like, good enough for government work. Yeah. So what I see is a fair value gap forming in the next trading day. So we could very well just, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see retracement, fair value gap forming, retracing the fair value gap, and then a push higher. Why do I see that versus seeing it run higher and then reverse lower or continuing higher? Gut feeling. Can't tell you anything else more than that at this point. Well, maybe it's because we still need to form another swing low because we have a low to the left of this low, but no low to the right of it. So in order to form another low to the right of it, we would have to form a retracement, come back into here, and then push higher. I guess that's the logic behind it. Screenshots. And with that, I am done forecasting for the week ahead. Let's just do this one for fun. Start on the weekly chart. You know, it's so cool because you can correlate this to real life events. See, this is... It's weird because Olebo, like this was lockdown Man United. Why was it going down? Well, we're scoring so many goals. Why was it going down? I don't know. It says June 2022. What was happening in 2022? I think that was World Cup year. That was the World Cup year. So that was, I think, just before Oli left. Strangest thing ever. What's this? Europa League final, somewhere here. Getting priced in up there. Wait, was the Europa League final 2022? No, it wasn't because it was Ronaldo on the team. I don't think he was. Was he? He might have been. I don't remember. Anyway, so what happened in June 2022 was December. By this point, Ronaldo was gone, and then the stock goes up. That's why. Anyway, here we are right now. We've just swept liquidity. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Swept liquidity. We've had break of structure over here. Price forming a gap as for this value gap. So what do we see happening? We see tracing into here. Long term buy. This is me being very biased. Not gonna lie. July 2022. What was going on there in July 2022?